My Deegans, welcome! Today is April the 21st, 2021, and today we have an article from The Intelligencer. It is titled, The Forever Maskers, because you're gonna wear a mask forever. Robin Argenti cannot yet envision a future in which she doesn't wear a mask. We don't know if it's going to ever be over, the 57-year-old resident of upstate New York said of the P word. She is in poor health and concerned that with the emergence of new variants and the millions of people refusing to get vaccinated, the country will never actually overcome the coronavirus. I will be masked up for many, many years, she said. There are too many unknowns. As more and more Americans get vaccinated, the end of the pandemic feels palpable. Most people probably cannot wait to cut out the social distancing and take their masks off. I can't wait for the day when I can walk down the street and look at a sea of strangers' naked faces. Can happen right now, you just choose not to. But there are some people like Argenti who say they plan to make mask wearing a part of daily life, even after the authorities give the thumbs up to bare your entire face. Long before the C word arrived, Ben Rosenblum was taking precautions that we would all eventually come to adopt. Not me. I've been a misophobe since middle school, the 23-year-old digital archivist told me, meaning he's a pussy and afraid of uncleanliness and germs. A global P word, as it turns out, didn't quite exacerbate his condition as much as it substantiated it. If I go out somewhere and I touch crosswalk lights and stuff like that, and I have to open doors and everything, I don't feel like I'm insane for coming home and vigorously scrubbing my hands down, he said. He took to mask wearing pretty quickly because he's a pussy, and you guessed it, he enjoys it. It does give you this sort of privacy in that you're hiding half of your face, he said. Even after he is vaccinated and the P word ends, Rosenblum plans on continuing wearing a mask in public. Well, of course the pussy does. Michael Bizzarro, a Colorado teacher, told me that while he doesn't particularly enjoy wearing a mask, he's noticed health benefits from breathing in his own crap all day long. But what it really said was he noticed health benefits beyond not getting or spreading the C word. Being a public school teacher, there are multiple times a year that I get sick, he said. Being in the presence of lots of teenagers, I get colds quite often, and I don't want to get the cold. I'm affected pretty badly by seasonal allergies. Even though he has gone back to teaching in person, he told me, I have not had any sort of sickness, a cough, a sneeze, a fever, or anything since the pandemic started. For Bizzarro, continuing to wear a mask in post-COVID world is somewhat of a no-brainer. It's not even a minor inconvenience to wear the mask, so why not wear it in the future? Let me give you guys all a little heads up here. There will be no post-COVID world. Let's just get that straight. COVID is here for life. Lexi McCoy, who works at a coffee shop, Coffee shop records? What? I didn't read that before. Lexi McCoy, who works at a coffee shop record store in Los Angeles, has also noticed that her health has actually improved since masking up. I feel like every other month I was sick with colds or whatever, she said of the before times. It was really messing up my life. I am in a band and I play shows. When I was getting sick all the time, I would lose my voice and I couldn't sing. McCoy couldn't figure out why she was always under the weather. I thought, this is my life. I just get sick all the time because I'm a victim. Then came the pandemic. She stopped playing shows, started wearing a mask at work, and wearing gloves to handle cash from customers. This is the longest stretch of time I have ever not gotten sick, she said. She acknowledges that perhaps this is due to going out a lot less and not sharing microphones at concerts. God, these people are so fucking stupid, man. They answer their own questions sometimes. Maybe that's why you were getting sick every week. But mask wearing, she believes, has also played a major role. Some people might say it would be dramatic to keep wearing a mask when masks aren't mandated anymore. But I think if it protects yourself and others, it's a good call. Wearing a mask in public has been commonplace in parts of East Asia for upward of 100 years following several epidemics there. Well, you know what? If I wanted to be like East Asia, I'd go move over there. A common thread among those forever maskers is genuine worry about getting other people sick. The pandemic has opened my eyes and a lot of people's eyes to how sickness gets transferred, McCoy said. It's almost become a cliche to reiterate, but masks protect other people from you more than they protect you from other people. Rosenblum too cited concern for I just can't, these people, man. Lena Pearl, another moron, a licensed clinical psychologist, see, another moron, said that the pandemic has collectively given everyone almost like an anxiety disorder. She called the inclination to wear a mask after it's no longer medically necessary a safety behavior that can alleviate some people's anxieties. It's no different than having a drink or taking a drug or running or any number of ways that we kind of manage our anxiety, she said. But you can get disconnected from the actual danger. While wearing a mask remains important to stopping the spread of the C word, Pearl pointed out that there may be psychological drawbacks to the practice. One thing we do naturally is look at other people's faces to gauge how anxious you should be in any given situation, she said. Wearing masks all the time is removed that, which actually heightens anxiety when you don't know how everyone else is feeling. Exactly, it's called losing your humanity, you idiot. You should have just said that, you stupid moron. Someone smiling at you on the street, for example, is a way of modulating and regulating our own nervous system, Pearl said. She hopes that in a post-COVID society, which is never going to exist, forever maskers don't underestimate the loss of that connection and that all the positivity that can come from seeing other people's faces in public. Let's see what else is here. All right, there is more, so we'll keep going. But the psychological trauma of COVID runs deep. Oh, yes, it does. For Argenti, the pandemic has been particularly devastating. A close family member died of COVID. She's in an unstable living situation, and being by herself the whole time has been particularly difficult for her. I would give anything to just hold someone's hand. People need other people. You need human contact to survive in this world. You can do those things. You don't have to not do those things. Stop listening to these people on TV, man. Come on. Argenti said she was diagnosed with agoraphobia. Oh, my God. Where do you find someone with agoraphobia to do an article about them? Seriously, where do you find these people at? Argenti said she was diagnosed with agoraphobia before the pandemic and has only worsened since she was given an actual reason to fear going in public places. She's so worried about getting sick that she hasn't seen her daughter in over a year. She said, "Mom, I already had COVID, so I don't think I need the shot." I said, yes, you do. You could get COVID twice. I know people who've gotten it twice, Argenti said. You can't really do so much. You're not gonna see me until you're fully vaccinated, because you're not gonna come up here and kill me. Oh, these people, man, I just can't believe this is real. Even so, Argenti dislikes wearing a mask. Gee, well then don't do it. I get winded very quickly because of my heart issue, and it's very difficult for me to breathe with a mask, she said. But I will never, ever, ever take it off. Is there anything that might change her mind? The only time... Oh, here we go. The only time I will ever take off my mask is when I hear there are 0 deaths. Well, you know what? You're never gonna hear that because they're gonna keep making this shit up. There's 0 deaths, and it stays that way for months. And there's no new infections, but I doubt it's gonna happen anytime soon. And guess what, folks? There's comments galore. Oh, yes. Let's see what we have here. Oh, yeah. I like breathing. If that's optional for some, have at it. Mask yourself from head to toe. It's a free country. No, it's not, you dumb moron. This bullshit we're living is not freedom. It's because of people like you who think we're living in a free country why we're not living in a free country. Anti-maskers love to accuse people who wear masks of virtue signaling, because that's what you're doing, as if their refusal to mask isn't sending a signal. No, I like to breathe freely. Oh, let's see what we got. Mask up. Thank you. That is all. There's no downside to wearing a mask in public when running errands. Yeah, there is. I can't breathe. Mask wearing has been a tradition in numerous Asian nations for decades. I don't want to live in Asia. If people want to wear a mask, that's fine with me. It is factual that the flu was lessened this year, down to 0, and that less people are coming down with colds because everything's now COVID. There is no way to argue that this isn't because of wearing masks. Oh my god, these people, I can't believe they're afraid of the friggin' cold, man. Here's a good one. Najabur. NJBR, Najabur. What the F is it your business if someone wants to wear masks for whatever reason they want? What sort of paranoid delusions do you suffer from? What sort of rule-bound a-hole insists on now you can't wear a mask? Snowflake anti-maskers! Okay, so this guy right here, this Kek or Kasik or whatever it is, this is easily one of the best comments I've ever seen in one of these articles. These people are suffering from serious mental illnesses, and no psychologist in the world would suggest that their delusional fears should be indulged by anyone. Vaccines are widely available to anyone who wants them. The pandemic is over. Throw away your masks now. Remember that? Remember when this all started? They said it would all be over when the vaccine was available, and now look, the vaccine is available, and you still have to wear your mask. Oh, what's your qualification to comment on people you've never met? You think all of Asia is suffering from some unspecified mental illness too? Rational and factual takeaways are not hurting anyone, least of all people who are protecting themselves. Next you'll say condoms are some big conspiracy. I'll stay away from your germs on both counts. Yeesh! Dumbbells with an agenda shouldn't be listened to. Vaccines don't prevent infection. Just keep you from needing hospitalization. Get real. Stop spewing misinformation and we'll all survive. You sound like an anti-vaxxer! Wait, that's the same person. Wow, look at that. So this guy said this, but then also said that. Okay, another weirdo. Here's a good one. There seems to be an awful lot of paranoia here. Who are these people who are so threatened by and suspicious of Dr. Fauci or of a mask? Well, there's one right here. They're also mixing various arguments irrationally, complaining about wearing homemade masks for 8 hours. Who does that? A homemade mask might be okay for a quick trip to the store, but 8 hours implies being at work where the employer supplies masks for staff and even for customers if they need them, and they're motivated to keep everyone safe. There's no profit in spreading the virus. Okay, that is the biggest load of horse shit in this entire video. Do not ever try to convince me that there is no money involved or there's no financial motivation to keep this crap going. The frickin' mask manufacturers are making billions of dollars off this crap. You think they want this to end so they can stop selling their masks? I don't think so. And what about Fauci and all the money he's been making? The first mask I got was from a cashier at the gas station, the same one staff wore. But then why would I be surprised that people who sound paranoid also make strange arguments? Silly me! You know what it is? The people who are wearing the masks and want to wear the masks, they're the ones who are paranoid. It's the people who are breathing freely who are not paranoid. I can't believe they're actually turning this around on us. Oh, what else? Oh, here we go. Mask apologists are going to have to get a new hobby at some point. If you want to wear one, fine, but as is clear by the comments, wearing a mask is one of the clearest examples of virtue signaling in recent memory. Vaccinated people do not need to wear masks, full stop. To equivocate on the matter is simply ridiculous and only promotes greater anxiety and acrimony. Yup. Thank you very much, Red Sun JA5. That's exactly right. Did you bother to read the article? Neither myself, my husband, nor our young son have had a single cold or strep or any other mess that we started wearing masks. And someone was always sick prior to that. So you be swarmy, you, and we will enjoy the real benefits of masking and stepped up hand washing. Oh my God, this is just so ridiculous. I just can't believe this is real. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to scroll to the bottom here. I have not seen the comments that are under this blue tab, so let's just see what comes out of here. Oh, God. Masks can hide facial flaws, especially for the elderly. They also cut down on the necessity to wear makeup. Look at this. Good. This is the same guy. Good grief. Being old is not a facial flaw. Oh, man. This is too much. Oh, boy. Oh, this is so stupid. Okay, this is what I hate here when they say stuff like this. Why do you care what other people do? Leave the oddball minority alone. They aren't harming you. Yes, they are. Because these people keep wearing masks, everybody's got to wear them. If everybody took off their masks, nobody would have to do it. The same goes for the vaccinations. The more people who get it, the more likely it'll become mandatory. All right, let's see. Oh, I'll take off my mask a couple of months after Fauci says it's okay. I regret to inform you that Fauci will never say it's okay. What are you going to do once you accept that? And there's that same guy again. That's weird. Okay, that's it. What was I going to say? There's something I wanted to say at the end of the video. Oh, yeah. So, if you guys see any stories about Derek Chauvin and that trial, because I've already seen, I was on my phone, I didn't have internet at the time, but I saw a couple of just titles that looked interesting where they were saying like, oh, thank God he's guilty, but it's still not justice. If you see any articles about that with good comments, send them over because pretty sure we can make some good videos out of that stuff too. Anyway, Deegan out.